This is the miracle of a cow choosing to adopt a calf that's not her own. When we got our cow the other day, we made a bold and possibly stupid decision. This was the decision. We got a steer calf that didn't belong to Alice, the cow that we bought. We just brought him along. This kind of change is very stressful on cows, and not all mother cows will take on an extra calf to nurse. Well, why did we do it? We did it because in our whole homesteading experience, the number one thing that was productive and cost effective that we've done was raising a steer for beef. We raised Brownie out, we raised him on grass and about 4 or 5 bales of hay. And it was an incredible value and a huge amount of production from our small piece of land. We went back and forth actually the days before we got the cow, and we had decided completely against getting the steer. We said, you know, it's just too risky. We're new at this. The cow would be under stress moving into a new environment. The calf would be under stress. We don't really know what we're doing. It can be very involved. You know, some people have to restrain the cow and actually physically put the calf on the cow. Some people use scent cover-up. See, cows don't really want to just take on any random calf. They're linked together with sound, with smell, with touch, and they'll only nurse their own calf normally. Then at the last minute we decided, you know what, we really are going to go for this. We're going to do it. We got the steer, we brought him home. We were kind of worried that it was just going to be a disaster, because worst case is the calf doesn't nurse and gets sick and dies, or we spend a whole week just fighting it and end up bottle feeding the calf. We got the calf back into the barn. We got the cow and the calf. And the plan was initially just to watch and keep them very close. But then I realized I can't sit and watch them all the time, and I won't even know if he's nursing. So I locked him up for about 3 or 4 hours, and then I came back that first evening and I let him out. And he walked out and he tried to nurse. And she kicked him in the head, and I thought, oh gosh, here we go. And he tried to nurse again, and she butted him off. And I was just thinking, we're in for it. This is going to be such a hassle. And then he didn't give up. He tried to nurse again, and she didn't do anything. And I sat there for about 10 minutes and just watched him nurse on his new mama. I think that she realized that his mom wasn't there. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I really think that's what happened. He was bellowing, he was hungry, and something clicked in her head and she just let him. So from that moment on, he's been nursing perfectly. It's kind of the miracle of a cow choosing to adopt a calf. We thought might be just a disaster turned out, in this case, to be really easy for us. We're so thankful for that, and thankful that with our first experience of grafting a calf onto a mama cow, that it went really well. It's happening right now. You can see it. Little beefsteak is nursing away greedily, and Mama Alice is standing perfectly still, calm. She's not kicking, she's not butting him, she's not objecting him. She's not objecting to him nursing, she's letting him nurse, letting him feed, and now they're both doing it. We just feel so blessed with this cow for a couple reasons, and not least among them is this, that apparently she's a great nurse cow, because we didn't have to do anything to make this happen. Literally nothing. We put him together in the barn, and within just a few hours, he was nursing and she had accepted him. Well, folks, this has been another great day on the homestead. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you in another video soon.